G'day van builders, hope you are all well, and welcome to this very brief clarification video around the heat, water and power model video that I've done. When I make these, before I make these videos go live, I get my number two, just check them out, make sure they're basically understandable, no jargon or all that sort of nonsense. And actually, as an aside, I should say, although my number two's contribution to the project is somewhat frugal, valuable but frugal, my number two, regardless of that, tends to think of herself as the number one. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so in that model, in that video, there's a link up there if you haven't seen it. But basically, I've got all my electrical kit, the MPPT, all the chargers, bus bars, sensors, relays, etc., etc., etc. Above it, I've got a sink, and I'm worried about what if it's the leak around the waste outlet, that sort of thing. And I'm putting in some mitigants, and I'm describing those mitigants in terms of the layer of cheese. And sort of when she saw that, she said, cheese, what are you on about? Is this a campervan video or a cooking video? Okay, look, those of you who know, you know, because it's quite a common model, but in case you don't, I was referring to the James Reason Swiss cheese model of accident causation, which she put together in, I think, the late 90s. But it's been adopted all over the world in many sectors, not only engineering, but aviation, medical, that sort of thing. It's a brilliant sort of model to conceive threats and how to mitigate them. Here's a diagram I nicked from AI Safety, and you can see immediately the concept. So you've got all these threats attacking your subject. So you put a layer of cheese in, which is a mitigant. You're doing something to reduce that threat. But of course, that Swiss cheese has holes in it, so some of that threat goes through. But then it hits another mitigant, which is another layer of cheese. But of course that has got some holes in it as well, and some of those holes will line up, so some of that threat still gets through, and that's it goes etc, etc, etc. But the more mitigants you put in, the less chance of a threat being realised. And that model has been picked up, and it's been developed, of course, by consultants who want to make money, and now they categorise classes of cheese. So you've got, it's been a long time since there, you've got the engineering one, which is like fixes, like I've done. You've got behavioural, so that would be like on an airplane where you get people to read the safety card. Another category is called, I think, transparency, and that's where you point out the threat. So on the electrical coverage, you might have an electrical symbol, that sort of thing. But basically, it comes from James Reason's model. So that's what I was referring to, and apologies for the jargon. Anyway, talking about cheese, time for some cheese on toast to go with the beer. Catch you later.